Hello, welcome back. It's 10-10-10. It's 10 classes, 10 days, and I have 10 minutes to talk about the topic of my choice. And today we're back in my kitchen and we're going to be talking about cleaning. Now, I have to confess that I don't really like cleaning a great deal. It's one of those boring jobs that has to be done. It's really soul destroying. You've just cleaned and then it gets dirty again and you start all over from scratch. So it's something that I try to be very efficient at because, as I said, I don't really like doing it. So today what I'd like to show you is some very simple low-tox things that we can do for cleaning. Now, we don't use any products really in our house that, like bleach or anything that would involve, oh, my air conditioner says, come on, thank goodness, it's very hot. It's a very low tox house that we have. So we don't use anything where I possibly have to use a gas mask, for example, for cleaning the shower. These products are all natural products. They can all be, stored just in any cupboard in the house. So if you have small children, there is no need to be worried that they may swallow these things and, you have to ring the poisons information line. So what I like to do is actually let's just pan down here rather than like glowing face. All right, so what I've got here is some bicarb of soda. So I buy this by the packet load. It's only a couple of dollars. I tend to go to Aldi or whatever, find the cheapest source. It's not high grade. Of course, we can use this for cooking and baking and all sorts of things as well. And we can take this internally excuse me, as well, but it's, I just use it mainly for cleaning. So what I want to show you is the little room in the house doesn't always smell great. So what I like to use is, I use one of these mason jars, and I found these that have got these cutouts at the top. And what I've got this filled with is just some, some bicarb, and then to which I have added some essential oils. So you can add whatever you like. I find that I tend to go to things like lemongrass oil, or I like to use purify oil. I like to use wild orange, and my favorite of all is lemon oil. Lemon oil is really uplifting. It really changes your mood. And let's face it, we need more of that when we're actually cleaning, or at least I feel I need to. So I just add this to my mason jar, and then what I do is this bottle is just filled with a cheap white vinegar that you can just buy. It's industrial. You wouldn't really probably use it for cooking. It's really just a cleaning sort of, vinegar. I add this to a spray bottle, and then what we do is imagine this is my toilet. I wasn't going to take you to my bathroom, the little room. It was going to be a little bit embarrassing. So we just spray the toilet bowl, and then we just sprinkle, oops. I need to use my fingers, excuse me. The moisture. And we just sprinkle, see how that foams up? So sprinkle that, you use the brush. I spritz it, rather spray it a little bit more just to get more vinegar on it, and it really just cleans it. And then we just flush the toilet. So that's just easy. That's just what you can do. So with just an old mason jar, if you've got a jar that has got a solid lid, maybe just get someone to punch out some holes for you, and just some vinegar. And into the vinegar as well, I just add some of the essential oils as well, just so we get more of a nice fragrance. And what I find, because there's a little bit of this odor coming, aroma I should say, coming from the mason jar all the time, that really the little room in the house, just has a nice smell generally. The other thing that I have in there for those moments when we need a little bit extra, just to get rid of the odor in the little room, is just a spray bottle with some water, and I've just added some essential oils to that, so that we can just spritz, after we've been to the bathroom, and it's that little bit of extra attention. So let's just quickly talk about why we would want to use low tox aromas. There are a lot of aromas around that are synthetic, And what happens with those is that we take those on board and they tend to disrupt our endocrine system. They're called endocrine disruptors, all right? And so what that means is that our body actually gets a false feedback as far as the hormone or our endocrine system is concerned. So often these synthetics sit on these little receptor sites on the outside of cells, and to the the hormones that are kind of flying by, if we like very simplistically explained, the receptor site is filled, so therefore, okay, that's cool, I don't need to make any more of this because everything's taken care of. And that can seriously hamper especially women's health down the track. So often I meet women who are finding it very difficult to perhaps become pregnant, or there might be some other issues that are chronic issues going on. And, if we can eliminate a lot of these synthetics out of our life, the better it is, okay? And it's far more fun. It's a whole lot cheaper to clean this way, as well. So we're using a lot of bicarb. Talking about bathrooms still, we live in Queensland, it's humid, and unless you've got really amazing ventilation and all the rest of it, sometimes our tiles, our grout in the bathroom gets really yucky, gets sort of black with mold, and mold is a nasty little sucker that you really want to get out of your life. So what I like to do is, I've got a scrubbing brush and I've got a plastic container that this fits into really nicely. So what we do is I just get a couple of spoonfuls. See, these things come in really handy, these Asian servers. And there we go. And then what I like to add is doTERRA's cleaning solution. So what I do with this is I just give it a little spritz, and then I create a paste with this. A bit more. And On Guard has got cloves, cinnamon, wild orange, eucalyptus and rosemary in it. And the clove, we know, is very antifungal. So of course mold, all that kind of thing is a fungus, so we want to get rid of that. And so by using the On Guard cleaner concentrate in this, you're actually super boosting it. Alternatively, you could just simply add some On Guard drops if you like. But I just like the little bit of the detergent power in the paste as well. So as you can see, I've got a nice little paste, and then literally while you're in the shower, it's easily done. You can just really just scrub into the grout and whatnot, and the floor, and also the glass. And then what we do is we come along again with our trusted vinegar spray. You spray that, then you rinse it off. And you can do this in the shower. It's not going to harm you. Get the kids involved. I think often as women, or often as mums, we just think that we have to be the slave to the household. No, if you've got 3 children, you've got 3 slaves. They just don't know it yet. So, get them engaged. Get them one of these things, and it might be turnabout, once a week, that they need to scrub. And you can teach them that from really young. Why not? Get them involved. They can get this onto their body. It doesn't matter. Whereas I shudder to think what we absorb when we are in our shower. We know that when we're in the shower, it's nice and warm, our pores open up, and then what happens is that we absorb everything that's around. Now, if you've just used a commercial or, a cleaning product that comes off the shelf from supermarkets that are based on synthetics, you've just scrubbed your shower. The minute that you step into that shower, there's going to be some cleaning liquid still left of that, and that's just going to enter your pores. It takes 23 seconds for those synthetics to be in your bloodstream. Now, that's disgusting. Okay, let's stop that. We don't need to use those things. It's just much easier, it's much cheaper, it's far more fun. You can create your own little flavors and aromas and whatever you want, in your home, and your kids can get involved in that as well. Cleaning, we need to clean our hands. Absolutely. There's so many gastro bugs going around, and it comes back to very simple: wash your hands before you eat, wash your hands after you come back from the bathroom. And we do not need the huge antibacterial 99% with alcohol based, all those sort of things. We don't need those gel things. We don't need those nasty things that you buy off the shelf at the supermarkets that are full of chemicals. All right, we can use the On Guard hand wash ourselves. What I do is I fill it up with the water first. I fill it to about half with water, and then the rest I fill with the with the hand wash, and then I just pop this in, and it's just a nice foam. I just find that is not using as much product, but also I find it's not quite so harsh on my hands. I've got really sensitive hands, and I also am constantly washing my hands, so I don't need quite as much. But just the simple act of washing your hands is really going to keep a lot of illnesses at bay. The other thing we use for cleaning, On Guard laundry detergent, amazing. You don't need to use a great deal. However, I make my own washing powder. I'll post the recipe. There's some amazing recipes around. Do this for fun with the kids. Again, no fillers, no rubbish that you're carrying home, no water that you're carrying home, and no chemicals that you're carrying home. So use our oils. They are fantastic. They are all antibacterial. Some of them are more or less antiviral. There are antifungal. There's lots of things that you can do. Use our products, use the oils. We've been given these by nature, so let's use them, and make sure that our homes are cleaned in a very low tox way. All right, that's all for me. And guess what? I have got to get the vacuum cleaner out now, and you can just sprinkle a little drop of that onto the filter as well, a little drop of oil onto the filter. That seems to make the house smell really gorgeous while you're doing the vacuuming. Love you all. That's all for me from today. I will see you tomorrow with more 10-10-10. Thanks for watching. Ciao.